ready? Hey, folks, we are here with Craig Wilburn, and he's down in Florida. He's built a great group, and super excited to have him on this call and to go through a role play about how he talks to potential MBNers about joining their group, about coming and attending a meeting. And Craig, you've done a great job, and so I'm excited about this and for people to learn from you. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and take over.
All right. So how about you be the roofing contractor that I'm talking to?
Okay. Yeah, I'll be the roofing contractor. You bet.
So hey Terry, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Craig. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It's so good to talk to you. And I mean, I tell you, first I want to tell you, I so appreciate your business and what you guys have done to help my clients. I mean, I know we've given you about 30, 40 jobs this year.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
And I really wish I could have given you more.
Yeah.
Because every time that we use your company, I mean, literally we get the best reviews from our clients, which makes us look and feel good.
Yeah.
So you're really running a tremendous operation over there, man.
Well, listen, hey, it's mutual. Thank you for the business. I mean, you really help us achieve the things that we want to achieve, and we value relationships like this.
That's awesome. Hey, I have something I want to run by you that I think you will find a lot of value for you.
Okay.
Do you have a couple of seconds?
Yeah, I've got a couple of minutes. You bet.
Okay, great. Have you ever heard of, well, let me ask you, I got two questions for you first, okay? Number one, and I think I know the answer to these things already because I think I know you pretty well, but I want to just validate this, okay? Here's the first one. Are you actively, now you got a big business already, okay? But are you actively trying to grow your business?
Oh, absolutely. We know that if we're not growing, then we're shrinking, right? We're going backwards. So we're always looking to grow.
Is that right? Okay.
Yep.
So okay, now why? Why do you want to grow? What's important to you about growing your business?
Well, I think, number one, we think about long-term, who we want to be, not only this year, but more importantly in 5 years, how that's going to impact our employees, myself, my life, and really set me up for the things I have in the future. So again, it's a pretty important part of, what we do and how we do it and why we do it.
So it sounds like you have a pretty big vision, like a big, it's interesting because, the first thing you said was your employees. It's like, you're thinking about, you can grow your business because you have employees that, like to work and like to have money to work. And so you want to provide a place to even house more people.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And then the second thing you mentioned was yourself. You put the other people first, and then you talk about yourself. That's pretty amazing. So, and do you have future plans? You want to retire and be able to do what you want to do one day, and maybe sell your business and that kind of thing. So
yeah, to be honest, Craig, as I work, I want to work less and I want to have more time back, to be honest.
Okay.
Take care of my people, make sure they're okay. But I look at this and I want to spend more time with my wife, my kids, doing some things while I can. They're at home making some memories, and that's a big part of it too that I didn't mention, but it's wrapped up in some of the things I said.
Got it. All right. So you got a really, really big why. I mean, that's really amazing. Okay. Well, these are qualifying questions, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the first one. That's a really good one. Okay. So, okay. The second thing I want to ask you, I'm going to say a statement to you. Okay. And then what I want you to do is I want you to tell me whether or not this statement is true or false, and if it resonates with you at all.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So you already told me you want to grow your business. Okay. Yep. And you told me why you want to grow your business. Do you believe this statement to be true? Your business will only grow to the extent that you do.
Oh, yes, 100%.
Is that 100%. Right?
Yep.
Okay. So the question I have for you as a follow-up to that is, what are you personally actively doing to invest in your own personal development and growth? Like, what are you doing do you have a business coach? Do you have, you read books every day? Does the HVAC industry, does the roofing contracting industry have a association that does classes for you guys? Like, how do you level up yourself?
Yeah, that's a great question. There's some access to some trainings and different things like that through our industry. And, we have a national conference and stuff like that, trade shows that, have things to offer, tools, different things in coaching and stuff like that. But, Craig, I've never had a coach. I have had mentors in the past to help me get where I'm at, but I've never had a coach. I read some books. I listen to them primarily, and there's some podcasts, but So I do some things, absolutely, but I mean, I don't have like a systematic approach, right? So to really grow myself, I just try to take tidbits from here and there, but I absolutely believe you have to have something.
You're right on. Well, that's actually very consistent with the people that I've talked to, about what I'm getting ready to tell you about. Same thing. I mean, lots of great, I've talked to some really phenomenal business owners, some of which people that you actually are going to know.
Mhm.
So here's what's going on. Have you ever heard of BNI?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I know kind of a little bit about what it is, but I've not really experienced that myself.
Okay. So, it's basically, it's Business Network International. The primary purpose of that group is they get together on a weekly basis and they, for the purpose of basically generating referrals for each other to help each other grow their business through referrals. Okay. That's like their primary. And because of the referral component to it, typically the way it works is you can only have one member per each industry in the room, in the group. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So here's what we're doing. We're putting together a small group of people, an intimate group of CEOs of local business owners like yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to start with 12. It may grow to 15, 18, maybe no more than 24 at a ceiling. Okay. But there's going to be two primary objectives that we're going to be doing with this group. We're going to be growing our businesses through referrals.
Okay.
About 20% of the time is spent doing that. 80% of the time is going to be spent doing business coaching. Have you ever heard of a guy named Gary Keller?
I've heard of him. I'm not sure where, but I know I've heard of him.
Well, you probably heard him because you see me wearing his shirts all the time.
Well, that could be it right there.
He owns the company that I work at. So anyway, Gary has done very well. I'm not a billionaire yet. He's attained that level. So anyway, but what he's done, he's written books, business books, personal development books. He does a lot of things like that. Well, what he's done is he's packaged all of his materials into a training platform. And what we're doing is every month we're going to be meeting together as a small group to learn those tools and opportunities that he teaches in his classes. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be coaching businesses like your CEOs on how to level up their business IQ. Okay.
Okay.
Now, this is going to be a group of professionals that are going to be learning, coaching, and then also masterminding together. So this is the critical component. Now, the reason why I called you is because, first of all, I respect you. Like I said before, I respect your business. I know that you are a person of learning. You confirm that you are a learner. You love to learn. You value education and what you're doing. Also, in addition to that, I also know that you have a lot to give. Okay, you have been a prominent leader in this area for a long time, and so I know there's things that you have learned where you are in your business that will benefit other people. So what I'm looking for professionals in this industry that want to do two things. They want to grow themselves, they want to grow their businesses, they want to receive, and they want to give. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Does that sound like something that you think you might want to be involved in? Because I can only have one roofer in the group. You're the first phone call that I made, and I would love for you to be in the group. But so far, does it sound like anything that you would want to be a part of?
Yeah. It's very interesting that you put it like that. What the focus is in terms of growing myself and but also learning, and but also giving also as well. So helping others, investing in others, which I'm a firm believer in, and happens to be a value of mine. This I'm very interested.
Okay, all right. Well, that's really good for me to hear. I'm very happy to hear that. All right, so there's two hurdles that we have to overcome to make sure this is going to be the best fit for you. Okay. So the first one is time. The second one is money. Okay.
Yep.
Let's talk about time first. Okay. So all of us that are in the group, okay, we are committing to get together once a month for 3 hours at a time. 9 a.m. to noon, once a month. Okay. It's probably going to be third week of the month, probably on a Wednesday, maybe a Tuesday or Wednesday, but we're going to get together once a month for 3 hours. Now, because this is going to be a work group and mastermind session of business professionals that are trying to level up themselves,
Mhm.
We're not going to be on our phones. We're not going to be doing things. We're going to be
Yeah.
working together. It's going to be a work group, okay, and a coaching group. So the question becomes, do you feel like you have the ability to invest 3 hours of time once a month into yourself where you can put your business to the side for a minute and just focus on growing your business and yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. And as I look at my calendar, if I have to move some things around, I'm happy to do that. I know I can find 3 hours.
Okay, well, man, you're making me. You're getting me really excited. I'm just going to try to say, okay,
That's
and
good.
I'm almost. I haven't even asked the second thing yet. Okay, the second hurdle.
Okay.
Okay, but all right. So here's the second. The second hurdle is cost, is money. Okay,
Okay. All right.
we are all investing in it. It costs money to be in a group. Okay,
Okay. All
and
right.
we're all investing, including myself. Okay. So the first thing is that there's a membership fee. It's an annual membership fee that gives us access to all the tools, the platforms, the materials that we use to grow our business. That costs $1,000 a year.
Okay.
Okay, that's the investment that we have to make, all of us in the group. We're making a $1,000 investment per year.
Okay.
And because it's only one member per industry in the group, we're all paying a $99 a month fee to hold our exclusive seat in the group.
Yes.
Okay. So in the course of a year, it's $2,200 a year
Okay.
to be in this group. Okay. So the question I want to ask you, how many referrals from your roofing business would it take in 12 months? How many referrals would you need from this group of professionals to generate $2,200 in revenue to your business?
Oh, wow. Man. Well, I'll tell you what, it wouldn't take many. Honestly, one good one, maybe two at the most to do that.
Okay. Do you think if we put a group together of 12, 13 or more people who are solid business owners, that we can generate one referral in a year for your business?
Oh, well, I mean, if that's what this group is committed to and everybody's committed at the same level, I don't see why that wouldn't happen. I can see that happening.
I don't either. As a matter of fact, I don't see with your business. I think it's impossible for it not to happen.
Yeah. Thank you.
Everybody knows somebody that needs a roof done,
Yeah.
some kind of repair work. So I agree with you 100%. So Terry, anyway, listen, those are the two things. So now I'm gonna be attending a boot camp here to get ready to prepare to put this group together in about a month. We're gonna have our first session in 60 days in October. It'll be our first section. It'll be in October, of this year. All right. Now I'm trying to nail down all my commitments for this group like this week.
Okay.
You're the first call I make. Are you ready to commit to that now? Is this something that you feel that you can commit to me and tell me now that yes, I'm in, I got the spot. You're going to take the roofer spot.
Yep. I am, our relationship, the way you've invested in me and referred me already, what this is about. I know I need to grow. If this is an environment for me to be able to do that, help other people and also get referrals, I'm all in.
Dude, that's awesome. That's exciting, man. Boy, I am thrilled. I can't wait, for you to experience what you're getting ready to experience. Looking forward to seeing the change in all of us and what you're going to be able to give as well.
Yeah, man. Thank you for thinking of me about this. That really means a lot to me. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, you mean a lot to me also, and I mean that sincerely. Okay, that's why I called you first. Okay.
Thank you.
So, all right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to send you a link. Okay. And the link is going to have a place where you can go on. You can click the link. It'll walk you through all the steps to register. Once you pay and lock in your spot, that's it. It closes the door. Okay. If for some reason I don't see, I don't get notification, and they notify us as soon as you record your spot, we get instant notification. If for some reason that I don't see it, I'll follow up with you and make sure everything's okay. If you change your mind for some reason, just tell me, because I got to call the next roofer guy, because I want to have this thing done by the end of next week.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my mind, Craig. You can count on me. I'll get this done.
Awesome, man. All right, brother. Thanks,
all right,
man. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Yeah, same here.
All right. Off script.
All right.
All right. Great. Great job. Thank you again for sharing that. It's, what I notice is you really come from a place of curiosity about them. You're asking some questions to qualify them. Are they even, and that's what you said, they're qualifying questions, right?
Yes.
Do you want to grow your business? Then you make the statement, do you agree with it or not? Your business grows to the extent that you do. Do you have a coach? What are you doing? Does your industry have trainings, anything like that? And I think those are such great questions to go down the road and get them to the place of, hey, here's what we're doing and stuff like that. Because now you already know, is this important to them? Are they already doing this? And so you're not really talking anybody into anything as much as you're giving them an opportunity to say yes to something they already believe in, which is personal development and giving back and helping others. So
That's
I
exactly.
love that approach.
Yeah. So, I mean, really, like when I'm having these conversations, so there's two things that I realize internally that are going on.
Mhm.
Number one, I do genuinely care about that person's well-being. Like I know that this is something that's going to benefit them. There's no question about that.
Right.
Okay. That's the first thing. The second thing is that I noticed I'm not tied to the outcome of their answers.
Wow.
Like, I mean, if this is good for them, it's going to resonate with them.
Right.
Okay. If it's not good for them, it's not going to resonate and they're going to say no. And I'm okay with that. Like, because it's I only want people who, when I talk to them and they hear about this, they light up and they say yes, because those are the ones that are going to receive the most out of it. If somebody feels as though they've been talked into it or, sold or whatever, or, they're not going to be, it's not going to mean as much to them.
Right.
They have to own the decision.
Yeah.
So when I ask questions like that, all I'm doing is giving them the opportunity to own their own decision.
Yeah.
I know what I got. Okay. Like I know how good this is. Okay. I know what this is going to do for them. I have the only way that I'm going to be able to help them see that is by asking questions that spur them to think deeper than just let's get together and send referrals and talk about business. I mean, like that's not what this is. Okay. This is not about everybody getting together, talk about business, and maybe I give you from, maybe I don't. This is very intentional. It's very, very, and I have after having been doing this for 15 months, which I can't believe it's been that long. And after having everybody in my group that launched, the first 13 people that joined us re-signed up. They all signed up for another year. So I know the value's there now, right?
Yeah.
So I want to just give that to everybody that watches this video to know that there's tremendous value. Life-changing things will happen to the people who choose to be in this group. Don't feel like you have to sell anything, because you don't. You have nothing to sell. Right. You have everything to offer. Ask the questions so that they will self-discover their need to be in that room.
Yeah. I just love the approach. I love the conversation and how you do that. And I think one of the keys that you just said for anyone watching this is you're not tied to the outcome. You know how good this is. You know how these models and systems have transformed your life, giving you a discretionary time where you can go out and now start investing in other people and still build your business through leverage, which is what we all want, no matter what industry that we're in. So you've lived this, you know this. And so to be able to offer this to people, not be tied to the outcome. Hey, that's okay. You don't want to do this. No worries. I've got another person to call and this will resonate with the right people. So real quick, let me ask this question. Who are you looking for when you think about the characteristics or the ideal person or the avatar? Who is that?
Okay, so that one's not as easy of a question to answer. It's almost easier to say who you're not looking for.
Okay.
Because really my group is so diverse. I mean, we have businesses from all over. I mean, I got restaurants, I got fitness centers, attorneys and managers, and I mean, got, locksmith, right? All kinds of things. But as far as the industry goes, as far as the type of person, all right, I'm looking for, I don't want to say they have to all be experienced business people. I do want to have some seasoned, veteran, experienced business owners in the room for sure.
Yeah.
Because of the giving part. Like I want them to be able to contribute wisdom and things as we have masterminds in our group. And as we go through the material that's sent to us, as we're going through that material, it sparks conversation. And so having experienced business owners in that room is very, very helpful, because I don't have to be the one to come up with all the answers for everything. I also like to have some newer businesses because they bring an energy,
Mhm.
that's different, and their ideas, the way they think. So that's a good thing. I like older, younger men, women, but I also understand that I've talked to a lot of people who say, I want to have a group of, all women, or I think that's wonderful. I want to have a group of only people in the real estate space. I think that's wonderful. I want to have a group of all, some ethnicity. Great. Okay. Like if there's anything, I have one guy actually that was saying that, he's got this vision for doing events, right? And so he's like, I want to put together a MBN group that has all people in the events planning space.
Oh,
So he could
wow.
start building his own. I said, dude, that's brilliant.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Right. So, anyway, so be creative. Don't, I would say don't put in a box what you can do. The people you don't want to have in the group is the people who don't respond affirmatively to the questions that you ask.
Okay.
They have to be, they want to grow their business, they want to give back, they want to grow themselves, and they're willing to invest. Like you shouldn't have to, twist somebody's arm or sell them on this idea. Like those people you don't want to have.
Yeah.
I had one guy that I really wanted to have in the group who I've known for a long time, great businessman here. And I gave him the whole thing, did the whole thing, and he just, nah, I'm not interested. Of course, we hadn't, this is before we launched the group, so I didn't really know what it was going to be, but I just kind of gave him what I thought it was going to be. And like I did everybody else, and he just didn't want to do it. Well, a year later, after he started seeing all the posts and talking about it, and people that he knew that's in the room that were going around, he started saying, hey, wait a second, what is this thing? Why didn't you? I said, I tried to get you to go in, but I already got somebody else in your seat now.
Wow.
Okay, like I gave you the opportunity first, but you didn't want it. He says, oh, I must have been distracted, But anyway, but the people who want to grow and want to give, that's who you want to have in the group.
That's what you want. Yeah. I love that. I talked to somebody just the other day about they're getting ready to relaunch their group. And she was telling me that when she put her group together, she had great business people. I mean, these are people that are very successful, seasoned, and she thought they would make a great launch team. And what she found was they're seasoned, they're very successful, but they really didn't want to give back. They really didn't want to engage in the group. They didn't want to help anybody. They didn't give any referrals. And what she realized is there's got to be more than just that, right? So just like you said, they believe in growth or making the investment. They want to give back, they want to grow personally. They know they need to grow. And I think those
which is why, Terry, that's why Terry, on the qualifying questions, right? We went over that part. We asked the question, the reason why I'm calling you, Terry, is because I respect you for who you are as a business mission. I know you want to learn and grow, and I know you have what it takes to give back to others in the room.
Yeah.
And that's why we have to always remember that there's a mastermind component to the Millionaire Business Network.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of masterminding that goes on. The materials are fantastic. And what they do is the materials spark conversation with the group that turns into a mastermind. Okay. Right. So you have to have people in that room that want to contribute from what they know on the different topics.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love that. Well, Craig, listen, I could talk to you all day. I just love being around you. And I love the what you've learned about growing your MBN group, what you bring to it intuitively, what you bring to it through the things that you've learned. And you're helping me. And I know that people watching this video, it's going to help them. So I just want to say thank you. You are a giver. It is your heart. It's your DNA. It's your value to be able to give back and help other people grow. And man, we're the beneficiaries. So Craig, thank you.
Absolutely, man. All the time, brother.
All right.